Hey guys, it's me Ryan, aka Dagger Boy. We're here at Power Morphicon 2024. We're here with my good friend Geoffrey Dolan. What's up, Geoffrey?
Just hanging around with people and chatting to you and just seeing the sights. So yeah, just chilling the last couple of hours of the conference, convention. Sorry. So it's been a big weekend.
So how's this past weekend so far? Any nice stories you can tell us? Like any memorable moments?
Just had a family come past. They've been here for all 3 days. Mum and Dad and their 3 boys. And I talked about it in the panel. Mum and Dad are obviously big fans, and they've been sharing that story with their kids now. And they've just finished watching Mystic Force together, which I think is a great sort of testament to the show, that it can go down through the generations and is seen as sort of good, honest television, told well, and that all generations can enjoy. So the 3 boys just finished watching Mystic Force last night, come running into Dad's room when he was asleep going, "Oh my God, Koragg turned red!" So I thought that was quite hilarious. So yeah, just lots of little things like that, just seeing the generations of people that are really getting into it. Even yesterday I mentioned it, some people in their 50s and 60s in full cosplay, makeup and stuff, and I just went, that's some commitment there. That's some older people growing old disgracefully. I thought it was great. No, really cool.
I always ask you this, like, of course, in Mystic Force, you were the father of the Red Ranger, and of course the husband of the White Ranger. Can you tell us what was the dynamic, like knowing that even though you're the villain, but your role is technically a tragic villain, but you were like, how does I say, like manipulated, or like more like mind control, or not mind control, manipulated.
Yeah, manipulated. So I didn't really know much about the rest of the story going forward. I just knew that all of a sudden I wasn't Koragg anymore, and this new guy was playing the human form. And as I mentioned to you in the past, I didn't get to see the evolution of that because we didn't get to see the series. But I liked how there was obviously something good within Koragg that eventually overcame the evil side of him and became the new knight. And so I thought that was a cool transition. And that whole thing about me being Dad, and that was a bit of a mind blow when I first heard that. So yeah, I think it was a nice evolution, a really good story, sort of transition actually, and just proud to be part of it really.
It was funny, ironic, as like, of course, the villain of when you did our villain in Power Rangers and Daishi and Jungle Fury, same thing. Like technically he is a villain, but he becomes a good guy later on. Yeah. Was it like when you did that role, did the voice? Was it similar to what you did to Koragg, or is it different whatsoever?
Completely separated. I didn't even make that relationship between them, and it was just following the directions of producers and the and studio director that kind of made the variation between it and made it easy to kind of keep those stories separate. So.
All right. Of course, you did voice the mentor of the Megaforce Rangers.
Yep.
I always want to ask you this, like, you did mention to like with your Green Ranger, like a simple explanation for him turning from black to green. Like, was there an explanation for that?
There was a perfectly reasonable explanation for that, and that's all I will say.
Close enough.
But if you had to do the story, can you tell why you turned green?
It did give us a bit of a laugh in the studio. It's like, what is the explanation then? And of course, no explanation ever appears, and so we just had to live with that and go forward.
I mean, Zoran is here. Were you able to meet David?
Yeah, I just did a panel with him. So it was really cool to hear his very similar sort of parallels between the characters. And someone tried to introduce the fan theory around Zordon having built Gosei. I'd like to think it was more of that he was just more of a mentor and Gosei was a protege. But whichever way works, we have very similar lines. We were those mystic heads. We had our own silly little robot character that sort of drove into things and created a bit of havoc. And so there's nice parallels there, but I think they were separate in their own way. David set the stage because he had no mentor previously to build himself off, whereas I had those others in the past that I could just sort of get some information, some background off from the producers and directors, and help sort of evolve my character further moving forward.
Nice. So before we end this interview, where can the fans find you on social media, and any upcoming projects that you'd like to share to your fans?
Sure. So my banner behind me here's my pages there, and so on Instagram I'm Big Kane, on Twitter I'm at Geoffrey Dolan 1, and my Facebook page there, Geoffrey Dolan official fan page on Facebook. You can all get on to me there. Haven't got anything major lately. I did our Flag Means Death with Taika Waititi last year, which I think screened already. I was in Sweet Tooth a couple of years ago. I've got a New Zealand project that's coming out shortly. That actually, I watched it here before I've seen it in New Zealand. It doesn't air in New Zealand until next month. I just watched the first 2 episodes of it over here on the streaming channel here, so that was quite interesting to do. It's called Under the Vines. So yeah, that's all I've got rolling at the moment. Sort of had a bit of a change of direction. I'm still doing voiceovers, doing some gaming voices at the moment. New Zealand's a real leader and innovator in game design, online gaming design. And so I've been working with a couple of the gaming companies in Auckland doing voices for characters there. One particular called Path of Exile. Have a look for it. And then to sort of keep things going when the performance stuff isn't happening, I'm driving a tour van down to Hobbiton to the Hobbit movie set, and also the Waitomo Glowworm Caves, which is a very ancient natural wonder in the Waikato area, taking international visitors down there. And then just to fill the other rest of the days, I'm now a licensed private investigator, and I'm working on investigation cases around Auckland City, as well as serving legal documents to people. So when I'm not on the stage or in front of a camera, that's where you'll be able to find me. If I turn up at your front door carrying a red folder, you know you're in trouble, okay? Just a tip.
Awesome. Well, all right, Geoffrey, again, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, guys, and all the best. Thank you very much for having me, and I wish you all the best for the future. Cheers.
All right, guys, this is Morphicon 2024, and this is Ryan. We're signing out. Bye, guys.